Hey guys, welcome in. My name is Promise from the Awakening Collective, here to do a Lionsgate Portal energy reading for August 8th. Kind of wanted to check in and see what we could be kind of like manifesting during this time, or what could be coming our way, or what we could be experiencing. Astrologically speaking, everything kind of lines up perfectly to open this Lionsgate portal. So we have like clear and direct access to this portal, and it's a really great time for manifesting abundance. Now, abundance doesn't always mean material gain. You know, when some people think of abundance like, oh, you have too much of material possessions or too much money. It's not always about that. What's abundant in your life? For me, I'm abundant. Yes, I have struggles. I have things that I'm going through right now. But when I look at the big picture, I am abundant. I have, my family. I have some really close, great friends. I have my 2 beautiful dogs. I can pay my own bills. I can feed myself and my kids, etc., etc., etc. That's all abundance. So while you're manifesting abundance tomorrow, make sure to pay gratitude for the abundance that you already have, because I sometimes struggle with that, and I'm sure others do as well. So as always, if the message doesn't resonate, please don't try to make it fit. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And feel free to check out our website at theawakeningcollective.com, or feel free to stop in at our store. You can find our address on our website. And if you want to book a virtual reading or a personal virtual reading, reach out to us at info@theawakeningcollective.com, or stop in at the store. All right, let's get right into it here. Spirit, what is the general overall energy for the Lionsgate portal on August 8th? Ooh, that one went to flying. Oh, the sun. Well, that's a great way to start off the Lionsgate portal. So the sun's all about like happiness, fulfillment. You kind of like, you're feeling abundant and grateful. And there's like a sense of like calm and peace and serenity. So there might be something going on in your life that you're really like looking at, and you're feeling like joy and happiness, and it feels safe, it feels secure. It's like your ultimate happiness. So there might be something in your life that you're kind of like recognizing that that's your happiness. Clarify the sun, please. What is this sun all about? Somebody could also be focusing on their own happiness. Clarify this one for me, please. Clarify something, please. Temperance. So 2 major arcana cards right away. Temperance is all about like a balancing of a situation here. There's a balancing to a situation that kind of brings like patience with it. Something's like being moderated, adjusted. You're figuring out how to balance something out here to bring in like peace and harmony and tranquility, and so this might have been something that you've been waiting for a while to come through here. You might have been waiting for some kind of balance to take place, some kind of like peace, some kind of resolution, some kind of like maybe even closure, because that, whatever this is that you've been waiting on here, that it would make you ultimately happy. whichever direction it went. So what is the past energy on this, please? What is the past energy? What is this all about? Past energy is the moon, so there might have been something going on behind the scenes here. Some kind of, whenever I see the moon, there's like some kind of secrets, fears, illusions, things like that. The unknown even. So there might have been like, this situation here, there might have been some unknowns to you. Clarify the moon, please. Clarify the moon, please. Clarify the moon, please. Or maybe you were waiting on some kind of truth to be told. Waiting on an answer for something. What is this moon here? Maybe that's about all it's going to give me for that one. Maybe I should just remember wrong. Current energy, please. Quite a bit. So I have the Page of Wands, Queen of Cups, and the Star. I'm going to put them back in the deck here, but take note of them. So there might be some kind of information coming in, possibly from a female here, maybe a mother-like figure, something that'll bring clarity and healing and hope of, like, you know, for the future here. But I'm going to put them back in. If they pop up again, that's meant, they're meant to be. I just want one for current energy, please. Guys, the Chariot, Queen of Wands, and the Hierophant. Again, with the forward moving direction, with mother-like figure, empathetic and intuitive. The Hierophant also can be some kind of like resolution, healing, decision, some kind of, you know, clarity to a situation. So I'm just gonna put them back in, guys. I'm sorry. If it pops out again, I guess I'll have to keep them. That would be like Spirit, like, I gave you 3 twice. You didn't want to listen. Just kidding. I love my spirit guides. Although sometimes they might get, they might be annoyed with me. What is the current energy for Spirit? Future. So there's just somebody here who is either ignoring an opportunity. It's very stagnant energy. There's no forward movement. It's almost like a sense of you know, like when somebody kind of has like an attitude and they're like, oh, I don't need that. I got A, B, and C. But they don't realize that like cup D is like the biggest cup and it's got the good stuff in it and it's refillable and the metal it's made out of is of higher quality than all 3 of the cups in front of you. So they're kind of like being a little ignorant in a sense. Acting like they don't see the value of that 4th cup. Acting like they don't need it, they won't want it. What is the future? What's gonna future? Show me the near future, please. Near future, please. So in the near future, there, the Eight of Pentacles is showing up here. So there's somebody in this situation that, you know, they're working hard on something. Maybe working on saving their money, working on getting, you know, a better position in their company. Something that'll, you know, bring more, you know, like a higher pay maybe. Whatever they're doing, they're skilled at it. You know, they have a talent, and so it's something that they can like create themselves, and whatever it is that they're creating, it's like a craftsmanship that they have, like a special skill. They're really good at it, they're talented at it, and they might be focusing on this quite heavily in the future. Next steps, please. So this is my next steps position, and the Page of Swords is here. So, you know, pages are about communication. Swords are all about communication. So, you know, there's going to be a message here, like a highly intellectual conversation with somebody regarding something. Now, the Page of Swords can also mean that somebody, you know, might be keeping an eye on you, checking out your social media. What is the environment, the influencing energy? So there might be a situation here that kind of involves a little bit of like a recovery process. The Four of Swords is here in the environment position. So there might have been some type of healing that was taking place here. Maybe there was an addiction. Maybe somebody went to a recovery, like what do they call those? Like a recovery facility? What is that? Oh, rehab. And while they were doing this, while they were recovering from whatever it was that they had to recover from, they, you know, they took the time to really think about the situation and kind of like was introspective in a way while they were healing and resting and recovering from this. What is the potential outcome? I do want to go back and clarify some cards here. So first I want to get the potential outcome, and then we'll kind of like tie it all together. The High Priestess. The High Priestess is like a higher knowing of sorts. Like your inner voice, your intuition gets, you know, heightened. You know, you start getting messages, downloads, information. This could also indicate a need for like spirituality in your life. So there might have been somebody that, you know, went through, you know, a process here in a situation that they had to like recover from, heal from. And while doing so, they learned how to listen to those messages they were getting from their higher power, or they learned how to listen to their intuition here. They made some kind of connection with, you know, with themselves or with the divine. But what is the underlying energy? I'm curious. Underlying energy to me is, you know, something that not everybody knows. So maybe you know about it, and maybe like your best friend or your husband, your wife, you know. Or it's also could be something that you yourself are suppressing. So like suppressing a need, an emotion, or you could, you know, possibly be hiding something from somebody in this position. So I'm just kind of getting an underlying energy here. What is not being shared? What is not being spoken about? Either to you specifically, or what are you not sharing specifically? It could play either way. Underlying energy, please. Underlying energy, please. So underlying energy is Ten of Pentacles. You know, this is stability. So somebody might be focusing on like their stability. You know, sometimes the Ten of Pentacles can like more, it could be more about like your legacy, like where your roots and family are, your ancestry. Could also indicate like inheritance or like windfalls. So it's kind of like a sense of like knowing where you came from while being wrapped up in the possibility of like an inheritance or being like wealthy, like maybe winning the lottery or something like that. Oh boy, yes, let's manifest tomorrow. Sorry guys, I've been trying to play the lotto, you know, how old, and maybe I'm just playing it on the wrong day, but yeah, it could definitely mean that there might be some kind of like incoming money that is kept secret. You could be getting an inheritance or winning the lottery, or you could also be kind of like learning and discovering more about your legacy or your roots, your ancestral, you know, family, you know, things like that. So that's in the underlying energy, and it might be impacting everything here, but let's see what this moon card is all about. Sorry, I got a little excited there. I know I was talking really lowly, and then I got all excited about like tomorrow being a really great day. So for manifesting. So again, the moon is about like illusions, secrets, fears, things that aren't spoken. It could be an illusion. So the Nine of Pentacles is here. So that's a single independent female, somebody that takes care of themselves. And whenever I see this card too, it's like a female that knows what they want someone to bring to the table, right? Because this female is already like the table herself. She pays her bills. She takes care of the kids. She goes to work. She does the laundry, the dishes, the groceries. She's a counselor. She's a tutor. She's a maid. She's everything. And she's quite happy doing it. She's independent. She's stable. She's secure. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here, though? It's interesting that it's linking with the moon. You know, the moon could also indicate mother, because that's what the moon stands for in astrology. And the Ten of Cups fell out here. Give me a little on this Four of Cups, please. So the Ten of Cups came out. It's Ten of Cups is like happy wife, happy life type energy. To me, it always has been. At least, you know, this is a situation where somebody kind of like daydreams about their future, and they want to like find the right person and finish college and find a great job and then get married and then have 2.5 kids and get a dog and a house and the white picket fence and the whole 9 yards. You know, this is abundance in somebody's life here. So maybe there's, you know, a feminine energy in here that is just really focusing on their own abundance, focusing on what it is that they want out of life that would make them truly happy. I have the Eight of Wands and the Hermit wanting to pop out, but I'm going to stick them back in. So that might be some kind of fast forward movement after being in a stagnated period of time. Let's clarify the Four of Cups. Four of Cups is all about, you know, ignoring an opportunity. Kind of like settling in a sense. Like, nah, I'm good here. I don't want to reach for that cup that would make me like super happy. So what is this Four of Cups about? What is this Four of Cups about? Somebody could be hiding what truly makes them happy, what would truly feel like fulfillment and abundance in life. What is this Four of Cups? Two of Wands. Something's being ignored here, definitely. So somebody's definitely ignoring what it is that would truly make them happy here. Show me the Eight of Pentacles. Sorry about my dogs, guys. So, you know, the Death card is here clarifying the Eight of Pentacles. That doesn't necessarily mean somebody's going to pass away. However, it does mean that there's an ending to a situation where somebody once felt perhaps really attached to. Because the Eight of Pentacles indicates that something like developed a skill and was really good at something now. They developed either, you know, like a relationship or a partnership or some kind of skill or craftsmanship that they had here. But there's like an ending to it almost. With the Death card showing up here, it could also be that there might be like a transition, you know, something's transforming in this situation. So, you know, maybe they learned so far of this skill and they're learning how to better their skills or grow their skills, or maybe perhaps they're no longer passionate about what it is that they've been, you know, doing with their career, perhaps. So let's clarify the Death card here, please. And oftentimes when I see the Eight of Pentacles, that's almost like my, you know, like when you intentionally stay busy with like being task orientated. Like you've got this humongous to-do list, right? And you're like, check, 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 check. And then you have a moment to sit down and you like realize that, oh yeah, I've been ignoring this over here. I've been ignoring this whole situation over here. And then you're like restless and you're like, oh my God, I need to make another to-do list. And you kind of like distract yourself by focusing on things that aren't necessary in that moment. It's like a coping mechanism or an avoidance tactic. But the Death card here could be indicating that there's an ending to that type of behavior possibly. So there's a Death card here. Show me the Death card, please. I felt right out into my arm here. So the Seven of Cups pops out, clarifying the Death card. Seven of Cups is, you know, it could either be having too many options to choose from, like there's a lot of options on the table. Again, going back to like all those to-do lists. But the bottom line message of the Seven of Cups is always, for me, will be confusion. Now, there's confusion whether somebody is, you know, perhaps there are a lot of options to choose from, or confusion because they're making all those to-do lists and they can't sit still long enough to focus on what they need to focus on. Seven of Cups also to me indicates that maybe somebody is overindulging in those, you know, those adult beverages, right? You can't think clearly when you drink too many of those, so there might be a cloudiness in the mind. So whatever this person was doing to keep them distracted from addressing this situation that they've been ignoring, that's coming to an end. The behavior is coming to the end. The to-do lists are all magically done. Something kind of like is cleared up here, and there's an ending to this confusion, an ending to this distraction, and then we just move right into the Page of Swords, which for me is always about incoming communication, clarity, information. So, or it could also mean somebody's been watching you or paying attention to you on social media, but there's something coming in that will bring clarity to a situation here. So let's clarify Page of Swords. Oh, that one fell. The Star card. So you might be dealing with an Aquarius because the Star card represents the Aquarius, or you might be dealing with some type of air energy, or air zodiac sign, I should say. The Star is all about healing, and having faith and having hope. So there's some kind of like information that comes in that either gives you clarity, that helps you heal, that helps you have faith, that helps you have hope, or it's doing it for somebody else here as well. It also kind of brings in like a sense of rejuvenation, you know, like after like you like have a really long exhausting day and you just need like a half an hour break to take a nap, and you wake up and you feel like refreshed and rejuvenated and ready to go again. So it's like this information comes in, brings in that sense of healing. What is the Star card, please? What is the Star card, please? There it goes flying. The Hangman. Hangman represents, you know, somebody taking a time out here, really starting to think about themselves and who they are as a person. So there might be a situation in here that, like, once this person realizes that all they've been doing is distracting themselves from making a decision, they make a decision to move forward. And maybe this person is coming towards you to bring information that's healing to you because of some type of introspection that they've done on themselves, some kind of like observation that they've made. Whatever, because the Hangman also brings clarity here. So there's a sense of like somebody needed to share some type of information. Maybe it was, hey, I did this, or hey, I did that, or maybe, hey, I really think you're my 10 of cups. You know, it could be whatever situation this is. It could be that this person is recognizing, oh my God, I just did a reading on this the other day. This person might be recognizing their own self-sabotaging tendencies. All right, so that's what I'm getting here. And then we go into the Four of Swords. So there's a sense of like, again, recovery, rejuvenation. Somebody's still introspective here, taking the time to think about what had happened. They just went through something, like a heartbreak, a loss, something that, you know, hurt. And they're recovering from it. And they're kind of like pondering over the situation and thinking about all the like working pieces of the situation, trying to make sense of it all. What is the Four of Swords here? What's the Four of Swords here? The Emperor. So they might be recovering from a masculine energy that might have like hurt this person. Not gonna be a father figure, it can be a boss, it can be a lover, it can be anybody. Or this person is perhaps realizing that they need to take more control of their lives and, you know, be more assertive with their life, more masculine in their energy, you know, taking control of their own life and not not playing victim is what I'm kind of sensing here. But let's see. The Emperor. Moderer syndrome? Is that a thing? It's almost like, I know what would really make me happy, but I'm not sharing that with anybody. And I'm just going to sit here and pretend like my life's all fine and freaking dandy and keep myself distracted with all these other things that are going on in my life. But then there comes a point of where like somebody's like either cuts them off from the alcohol or cuts them off from the checkbooks. Something comes in here that kind of like stops that self-destructive, self-sabotaging behavior. And I don't know what happens here, but it kind of like wakes this person up and it makes them realize what they've been doing. And it's almost like they have to heal from something. So maybe they just recently got done sabotaging something in their life and they're kind of like in a recovery mode. And while they're thinking about all the things that had happened in this situation, they realize that they are the only person that's in control of their own damn life here. You got nobody to blame but themselves. Tell me about the Emperor, please. Where's the Emperor here? Page of Cups. Kind of sensing like this person feels like they need to apologize. The Page of Cups is either a love offer and an apology coming in. So this person might be realizing that they caused something. And they either need to, you know, forgive themselves for lacking self-discipline, forgive themselves for sabotaging their own happiness. Or this could also indicate that this person needs to apologize to somebody here. What is the High Priestess? The High Priestess is like an inner knowing. Inner knowing, intuition, following, you know, following that calling. You know, it can be Two of Pentacles is about, you know, balancing your resources. Like, how do I balance work life with home life? Or how can I be flexible in this situation? How can I use my resources to best convenience the situation or convenience my life? But it's, you know, it's being, it's clarifying the High Priestess here. So there's like, somebody knows what they need to do to balance something out here. What is this Two of Pentacles? They have like an inner knowing. Like they need to figure out how to balance this out, or they've figured out how to balance it out. Where's the Two of Pentacles here, please? Oof, da. The Tower and Judgment. So the Tower indicates like some kind of massive change. It's like something happens and it's unexpected and it kind of rocks your world for a little bit. It could also be a realization, an epiphany moment that kind of just like you realize something in your mind and your heart and your soul, and it changes everything for you. And Judgment is here. So it's definitely feeling like somebody's kind of having like maybe perhaps an awakening of sorts, or kind of encountering their first dose of like enlightenment. But there's, with being, you know, recognizing their own BS here, realizing their own self-sabotaging ways, they kind of get in touch with themselves. They kind of get to know themselves a little bit better here. And with that, that changes everything for them. And it brings clarity, and it brings peace, and it brings the ability to make, you know, balanced decisions here with the Two of Pentacles. Let's clarify this Ten of Cups here, this underlying energy of like abundance. Abundance galore. Again, you know, Ten of Pentacles can be like family. You know, how deep do your roots go here? Where's your lineage? Where's your ancestry? You know, could also indicate, you know, what kind of legacy are you leaving for yourself? Are you thinking about what it is that you want to accomplish in life? Could also be like, I don't know, you can win the lottery or get some kind of inheritance. But there's definitely a sense of wanting to move forward in a direction that would make you feel more fulfilled in life here, because the Fool is all about taking a risk and taking a leap of faith. They're kind of leaping into uncharted waters because they're feeling drawn in that direction. They don't know they don't know why, they don't know all the ins and outs, but it feels right. It feels right to go in that direction. You might not have all the answers here, but you need to start going in that direction of what you're feeling, what your heart's calling you to here. What is this Fool card, please? So this could be you, or it could be somebody in your energy here that is finally listening to their heart, their passion. What is the Fool here? One more, and if nothing, then maybe I'll just... What is the Fool card here, please, Spirit? Tell me about the Fool card. It's going to be different for everybody. So the Knight of Cups here. So there's a sense of like wanting to move forward in a direction where you're feeling, you know, passionately called towards. That's what the Knight of Cups is all about. It's all about the what it is that drives you on the inside, what it is that, you know, fills your heart, fills your cup. The Knight of Cups is, he's very charming, graceful. He can also be like a mediator or like a negotiator, so he kind of brings more balance to a situation. So there's a sense of wanting to move towards and cups are all about love and passion and what you feel internally called to do. There's a sense of wanting to move towards that direction. Maybe somebody wants to move towards you and offer like their love to you or something, or maybe you want to do that. This person, there's a sense of it'll feel like a risk in one way or another, because there might be rejection, and the rejection might impact your finances somehow. So again, take whatever resonates with you. I hope this reading at least helped one person out there. I'm going to leave it here for now for the Lionsgate portal energies, and I hope that helped. It's a very interesting reading. And then don't forget to like, share, and subscribe so that others who would connect with my energy and the readings, you know, find us easier. And then don't forget to check out our website at theawakeningcollective.com. And if you would like to book a personal reading, either in person at our store or virtually, just email us at info@theawakeningcollective.com. So that's all I have for you today. So I'll see you guys next time.